Fighters from the Kurdistan Workers' Party will begin disarming at a formal ceremony in Iraqi Kurdistan in early July, Kurdish media outlet Rudal has reported yesterday. The move marks a major step in ending a conflict that has lasted over 40 years and left more than 40,000 people dead. The disarmament ceremony, expected between July 3rd and 10th in Sulaymaniyah, comes 6 weeks after the PKK announced it would cease its guerrilla campaign against the Turkish state. According to sources cited by Rudal, the event will be a trust-building step in a broader reconciliation process with Ankara. The pro-Kurdish Dem party said preparations are underway for political tasks, including a planned meeting between its lawmakers and President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on July 8th or 9th. Afterward, DM members are expected to visit Imrali Island, where PKK founder Abdullah Öcalan has been imprisoned since 1999. We believe these developments will unfold next week, said Sezai Temelli, Vice President of DM's parliamentary group. Erdogan, speaking after a cabinet meeting Monday, said Turkey was pleased with the progress and described the peace push as strategic amid regional shifts fueled by the Gaza war. The fighters, mostly stationed in Iraq's mountainous north, will reportedly return to their bases unarmed after the ceremony. Rudal clarified that none will be relocated to cities in the Kurdistan region. While full details remain unclear, Turkey says it will strictly monitor the process to ensure compliance. Now we are joined by guest for this discussion, Jordan Cope. He's a Middle East expert. Thank you, Jordan, for staying with us throughout. Now, looking at this situation in Turkey with PKK disarmament ceremony, does it really mark the beginning of a lasting peace with Turkey, and with Ankara calling this peace push strategic amid wider regional turmoil like the Gaza war? And how much is this move about genuine reconciliation, according to you?
I don't think that this will mark the end of Turkey's tensions with the rest of the region. For sure, Turkey does not respect the sovereignty of many of its neighbors. It still has a presence in northern Syria. It still occupies part of northern Cyprus. Its state government TV stations in recent years have displayed maps showing Mosul, Iraq as part of Greater Turkey. Turkey still isn't satisfied with its borders, as was rendered by the Treaty of Lausanne. And Turkey definitely doesn't respect a lot of the sovereignty of other countries far and beyond in the Middle East. It continues to invest in a lot of development projects in East Jerusalem to assert its influence and to help reimagine the glory of its Ottoman Empire days that are no more. And so it's a bit confusing why the PKK, indeed a terrorist organization, why it currently has disbanded. It doesn't seem like Abdullah Öcalan will ultimately be getting out of prison. It seems that Turkey has ultimately decided to rule that out, even though he has now been in jail for 26 years. I definitely expect there to be more problems between Turkey and its abuse of its Kurdish population and the Kurds also beyond its sovereign borders throughout much of the Middle East and beyond. Turkey perceives them, unrightly so, as a threat, and in recent years has purged many Kurds from mayoral positions in Turkey, while also oppressing Kurds and their ability to use the Kurdish language within their own borders. One of the most famous Kurdish singers actually almost went to jail in Turkey for once singing in Kurdish at his concert, his name being Ibrahim Tatlıs's. And so it's quite confusing why the PKK is disbanding. It kind of commemorates almost an end in similar fashion to that in the IRA, but nonetheless, it is also a terrorist organization. And so it's confusing, I guess, how the future of Kurdish militants in Turkey will manifest in the future, but the PKK doesn't seem to be the future for that.
Thank you very much, Jordan Cope, for staying with us.